From poor boy to billionaire, Howard Schultz's journey from a humble background to becoming one of the wealthiest individuals is nothing short of inspiring. In this video, we delve into the captivating tale behind the Starbucks success story. How did Schultz transform a single coffee shop into a global empire? Let's explore the beginnings, challenges, and triumphs that shaped this iconic brand's ascent to the top. Get ready for a fascinating ride. Howard D. Schultz was born on July 19, 1953 in Brooklyn, New York in a family of a former U.S. Army trooper and later truck driver, Fred Schultz, and his wife, Elaine. The family had 3 poor kids, even though the parents worked hard to give their children a decent future. Then, they could not even imagine their son becoming one of the wealthiest businesspersons in the United States. This future billionaire spent his childhood in a low-income neighborhood with only a basketball court. Despite the challenges he faced, Howard's dream of success was stronger than any obstacle. His father struggled to find a job, and when his father broke his leg at 7, his family's financial difficulties left an indelible mark on Howard's life. His father's lack of medical insurance further impacted his life, education, and career. Schultz began his career at 12 by selling newspapers and working in a cafe. He later worked at a fur store and hamamaplast, selling home appliances to Starbucks. After discovering Starbucks purchased his coffee machines more than other popular stores, Schultz met Starbucks owners and moved to Seattle. Schultz was impressed by Starbucks' coffee-making philosophy and wanted to join. He approached director Jerry Baldwin to open more stores, but he was rejected. After completing his attempt, Schultz agreed to become marketing director with a lower salary. In 1983, Schultz returned to Milan and introduced the concept of an Italian cafe, which tripled Starbucks' sales over the next year. In 1985, Schultz proposed creating a network of coffee houses, but the CEO of Starbucks refused, believing it would lose its individuality. However, the idea of drinking coffee out elated Schultz, and he resigned from the company to open his own business. Schultz's passion for coffee and the idea of connecting his life with Starbucks led him to work at Starbucks, even under inconvenient conditions. His experience at Hamamaplast and his desire to connect with Starbucks helped shape his entrepreneurial journey. Birth of the modern Starbucks. Howard Schultz, a Seattle coffee enthusiast, needed $1.7 million to open his own business. He borrowed the money from Starbucks and lent the rest from a bank. In 1986, he opened a coffee shop in Seattle called Il Giornale, which was a great success. A year later, Schultz found out that the owners of Starbucks would sell their stores, roasting factory, and brand for $4 million. He went to his creditors and persuaded them to give him a new loan. Howard Schultz was fascinated by local coffee shops and the superb theatrical presentation given by baristas who were flowing espresso with one hand and whipping cream with another. He brought home photos, menus, and videotapes documenting the baristas in action, which later became teaching materials for staff training. Schultz promised his creditors that he would open 125 stores in the United States within 5 years. By 1992, he could open many more items than he had planned. He began in New England, Boston, and Chicago, and gradually moved to California. Schultz took the franchising system of McDonald's as an example and managed to create his corporation. Howard Schultz aimed to influence Americans through Starbucks marketing, emphasizing quantity, quality, and publicity. He introduced a democratic coffee house with self-service, leading to the slang double tall skinny decaf latte. This fast-paced system, with one staff member taking an order, became popular for takeaway coffee in the US. In 1992, Schultz decided to make Starbucks a public company, putting its shares on the New York Stock Exchange at $14 per share. In just one day, the cost rose to $33. Starbucks success reason. Howard Schultz founded Starbucks 2 years prior, prioritizing teamwork, continuous coffee quality improvement, emotional relationships, and providing medical insurance to 20-hour employees. He introduced stock options and subsidies, but did not favor shareholders due to subsidies. In 1994, Starbucks employees in California noticed fewer customers during the summer season due to the lack of refreshing drinks. Schultz decided to try something different, and in 1995, Frappuccino was first offered in all 550 Starbucks stores. The drink became popular, bringing a tenth of Starbucks' total profit in the same year. In 1996, PepsiCo offered Starbucks a long-term licensing agreement to produce bottled Frappuccino. Unique spirit of Starbucks. Starbucks faced competition from other coffee shops and fast food restaurants offering better prices and a more social atmosphere. To maintain its principles of fantasy, accessible, luxury, peace, and informality, Starbucks changed its network development ideology and coffeehouse format to be a socializing place. Howard Schultz introduced a new method for preparing soluble coffee extract for higher quality instant coffee. Starbucks followed uniform standards and released its Jazz and Blues collection in 1995, selling over 75,000 copies on its first day. In 1996, Howard Schultz decided to expand the company beyond the United States, opening his first foreign coffee store in Japan, followed by Singapore, Korea, Taiwan, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, Sweden, and Israel. By April 2000, Starbucks had over 2,400 stores in the United States and 350 in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and Canada. The company's financial position was excellent, with continuous growth in sales, net profit, and share price over a decade. In 2005, Schultz announced that Starbucks would expand its size to 10,000 coffee shops to compete with competitors. With international recognition, Starbucks experimented with sandwiches on the menu, eventually offering pastries, snacks, sandwiches, and other food. Howard's rebirth. Starbucks faced criticism in 2007 for losing visitor courtship due to new coffee brewing machines and packaging. Former CEO Howard Schultz addressed these issues and returned to leadership in 2008. The 2008 economic crisis led to adjustments and Schultz's strict measures, including closing 600 stores and 300 in 2009. Starbucks launched an online project in 2008 which gained popularity. Schultz resigned in 2016, retired in 2018, and transitioned to chairman emeritus in 2023. Now, Howard Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks, has a net worth of around $3.7 billion. He is a caring and fair leader with a strong family background. In 2024, Starbucks revenue was $32.25 billion, with a net income of $3.28 billion. The company operates 35,701 stores in 80 countries. Thank you for joining us on the incredible journey of Howard Schultz and the Starbucks success story, from humble beginnings to the epitome of wealth and entrepreneurship. We hope you found inspiration in Schultz's determination and vision. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts below. Stay tuned for more stories of triumph and success. Until next time, dream big and keep striving for greatness.